happens on Tuesday nights. Sometimes Roy and Tanya are going to have a guest speaker on here that's going to share some incredible things about one of our new offers that's going to help you understand everything you need to be able to market this properly. Sometimes they're just going to share golden wisdom from their business experiences that's going to turn a light bulb on for you. You're going to hear it for the first time or the ninth time, but all of a sudden you're going to get it. And it's going to make a big difference in your life. Sometimes you're just going to hear a testimony from some other person who shared their story and what's happened to them since they got here. You're going to hear Stacy some of these nights talk about the corporate rat race that she was in for 20 something plus years. And then, a year or two after joining us, you got to walk away from that, quit her job, and she's full-time with us now. You're going to hear from Linda that has been with us forever and has a great story. She's one of our top admins here. She helps more people than what is that? Carter's got liver pills? Something like that. We had a great team of people here just waiting to help you build your business, whatever it is that you came here to accomplish. For all you new folks, my name's Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida, close to Disney, close to the Magic Kingdom, but I'm surrounded by about 40 lakes. I can't wait for my best friend to get out here so we can go wet a line in about half of them and see what kind of fish are in there. We're going to have a blast. And I look forward to that. Anytime I can get near the water, I'm happy. If I can put a line in the water, I'm twice as happy. So I can't wait till he gets here and we can have some fun doing some of that. I've been in this industry for almost 35 years now, guys. I didn't have any kind of background in sales or marketing or anything that we do. I was a carpenter. I used to build homes. I hurt my back. I went back to school to be an aviation mechanic because I thought that was one of my passions that I wanted to do. But it was when I was going to school to be an aviation mechanic that I was introduced to this industry. It looked really interesting to me. And I thought, hey, if I can just make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month to spoil my kids with on the weekends, I'm going to be really happy. And I think I can do that here. But it only took me a few months to realize this is a lot bigger than that. This industry opened up doors for me I never knew existed. I was meeting incredible people all over the place that were telling me about things that, maybe before that I would have thought it was too good to be true. But I met them personally. I seen what they did. I watched what they did. I studied what they did. I became a student of this industry, and I knew I'd made a great decision. And it opened up even more doors for me when I dove into that. I was that dad, guys. All you dads out there, raise your hand, not on the screen, but just raise your hand this way. I was that dad who got to put my kids on the bus, take my kids off the bus, go to every football practice, go to every volleyball practice, go to every cheer camp. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, I raised my hand because I had the time freedom to do so. And I was the bowling coach for my kids. That trophy you see behind me, that's my daughter's first year bowling. She went from never bowling to her and a couple of her friends being the #1 team on the league that year. I love coaching. I loved helping, and I love spending time with my kids. And I was able to do that because of this industry, though. And I just dove in and became a student of the industry and a student of the system that I was working at that time. I plugged in without any experience. I worked harder than the other guys out there because I didn't know what I was doing yet. And that effort that I put forth opened up doors for me like I've never seen. And like I said, it gave me two things that I value more than anything and I was seeking in my life. Time freedom, to spend more time with my kids. Financial freedom, to spend time with my kids and give them anything their heart's desire, go on vacation and swipe that credit card as many times as I wanted, and then go home and not have to open up the credit card bill and have a panic attack that how I was going to pay that bill. I never worried about that again. Time freedom, financial freedom, and a universe of unbelievable people. I was meeting people all over the country, then all over the world. I've been here for 35 years now. I've provided a great life for my family, and now I'm part of what these co-founders have put together, paying it forward, helping as many other families do the same thing we did, get the same thing we got, and get that time freedom and get that financial freedom to live out whatever your dream is here. If you're just here to make an extra $500,000 a month, like I was in the beginning, great. Let us help you do that. And when you get there, you'll probably set a new goal. If you're here to supplement your retirement, great. Let us help you do that. If you're here to change careers, like some of us did, and go full-time and dive in, but that's great. Let us help you do that too. Whatever your plan is, whatever you want out of this, let us help you get there. Because we've got the system, the tools, the vehicle, training, support, and everything you need to get there. All we got to do is get you to plug in and do that. Don't make that one mistake you can make. Give up on yourself and quit. If you promise to never give up on yourself and get plugged into the training and what our co-founders have put together, the sky's the limit for you. There's nothing you can't accomplish here. You can have whatever, if you can dream it, or you can if you dream it, you can conceive it. If you believe it, you'll achieve it. How's that? And that's all you've got to do. Believe in yourself, set your dreams, set your goals, dive in, become a student like I did, and we love celebrating your success with you. So as you hit those goals and you start making those incomes, please get on a call like this and share with one of us and tell us what the industry's done for you and how it's changed your life. So I've been here for 35 years. Like I said, I met the co-founders 30 years ago. 30 years ago was when I first met Rory Rickard. He was working for a telecom company, had a voicemail system that software brain of his put together. I needed a voicemail that would take a lot of volume. Everybody told me to go talk to him. So I did. He hooked me up with a voicemail system. That was great. And then he taught me how I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. And I see some of the young faces like Amy going, but that doesn't sound like a big deal. But Amy, this was in 1990. We didn't have the technology we had today. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of this technology, but we had Rory and the software brain and this love for mass communication that he inherited from his grandfather, right? Anybody read a book, right? He had a love for mass communication. He hooked me up with that system. And then when the internet did come out in 93, 94, in that area, we started putting those giant computer screens on our kitchen counters or home offices. And my first computer was a 286 on dial-up, if it tells you anything there. And I was reluctant to get on it, but fortunately, I had a friend like Rory drag me along, kicking and screaming, till I turned it on and learned how to use it. And then, the rest of the world opened up to me. And that was a beautiful thing to see. He became the first online guru in lead generation. Him and Tanya have built very, very successful lead generation companies. Nobody knows how to produce the quantity and quality of leads that they can produce. So they had customers all over the world, right? They were helping entrepreneurs everywhere with the one thing they needed, and that's leads, people to talk to, people to get in front of. And then what was the next thing we needed? We needed websites because we had to get online and build our business. We needed websites. They started building websites. There's other website makers out there. I've tried some of the early ones. No one could produce like that one did. The results, the statistics, how many out of every 5 visitors came through the funnel just right. No one could do what they do. And I watched that website, guys. The very first one looked like this. It looked like a flyer on the internet. I think it looked like somebody hand wrote it, actually. It's not that bad, but it was just like a flyer on the internet. Jason, when we could add color to it, I thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But then Rory kept learning all the new technology, and he's done that for 30 years. And as he learned more of this technology, he implemented it. Every time he learns something, he implements it, he adds to it. And that thing kept developing into what you guys are looking at today. One page with hundreds of pages inside there that all represent different products and services that you get to take to the marketplace. Relevant products and services that we can take out there and have a positive impact on other people's lives. And we're going to do that globally. We're going to help as many families as we can. We're going to stomp out poverty in every corner of the world we can. We're going to give people a hand up in every corner of this planet that we can. Yep, it's still square to me. Every corner of this planet. That was funny, sorry. And help as many people as we can. We started off, I think a couple of years ago, we were talking about helping 10 million families. And then about a year ago, we upped that to about 50 million families. Now we're looking at 100 million families. And who knows, next year we'll probably change that to 250 million families, because we all have big dreams, big goals, and we want to help as many people as we can. So I told you I met Rory first, right? That was 30 years ago. After getting to know him on the phone, building a good friendship, I flew to Miami where he was attending an event. I shook his hand. I looked in his eyes. I knew I wanted to be a part of this guy's life for the rest of my life. I just knew that there was something very special about this guy. So a couple of years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah where he lives for the first time to meet his wonderful wife and co-founder and partner. I walked in the door, you guys. I met this young lady who was raising 7 children, running several other businesses in the financial arena, and helping Rory get this built at the same time. Doing all this at the same time. I've never met a multitasking person like this in my life. And she was somebody who plans every second and every minute and every hour and every day in the week and every month in the year. She actually plans things 2 years out. And every MSI here will attest to that for you. She's helped us break down our days and organize it and plan it better so we can find more time in the day. But I've never met anybody more organized in my life at that time. I knew right away, watching these guys in just a couple of days, they were going to become a power couple on this planet like no one else I've ever known. And that's exactly who they become. And it's going to get even better. It's getting bigger every year. These two are two people who wake up every morning, and if you're on their calendar, you see it. They have a media moment. They have a cup of coffee, watching the sun come up over the mountains or the desert, or soon in Florida, or wherever their hearts lead them to. And they ask themselves this question: what can we do to make this better for everybody else? What can we do to add to this system to help Amy and Alicia and Eve and Linda and Frank and all the other people that you see here? What can we do to help them achieve their dreams? What can we say to help them realize that they have to believe in themselves, become a student of the system, a student of this industry, and put forth the effort and just believe that whatever their dreams are, they can achieve it here? What can we put in to help you make more money? That's the kind of people that you're getting in business with. That's why I call them my best friends. And actually, they're more than my best friends. I call him my brother. I call her my sister, because we're that close. I know their kids. They call me Uncle Niall. They know my kids. We've celebrated holidays together. We've traveled all over the place, different countries, and all over this planet, this country, of course. Enjoying beaches, enjoying cuisine in different cultures, and just and living the life that we used to dream about when we were younger. We stopped dreaming about and got back to. This is what you can accomplish, and these are the kind of people you can hang out with, but it's also the people that you're getting in business with. So if you're looking for a home, you're looking for a place where you got good leadership and you got something that you can take out to the world and have a positive impact on their life while you're building yourself an incredible business for you and your family, then you have found your home here, and we all welcome you with open arms. Tonight is a special treat. Tonight, I get to introduce our co-founder and my sister and Rory's partner and wife, Miss Tanya Rickard. And she's going to share some stuff. But all I can say is this: get out your pen, get out your favorite pencil, sharpen it up, get out a legal pad, get ready to take some notes, because we're blessed to have her on here with us tonight. No place else on this planet do the CEOs take turns getting on calls 2, 3, 4 nights a week to help all the people build their business. That's what we have. It doesn't happen anywhere else. So it's my pleasure to introduce my sister, the co-founder of RRR247 and PBS, Miss Tanya Rickard. The microphone's yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Niall. I appreciate you guys. I love this man. Like, I met him, I don't know, long time ago, right? And we've grown up together, truthfully, with our children, now our grandchildren. And yes, I'm a grandmother of 3 now, you guys, and I'm counting. So yes, I'm just really blessed. And you know, one of the things I want to say here is that the people that you meet in the industry that we're in are phenomenal people. And there's something about choosing your family, and you get to do that. I mean, God blesses you with some, but you get to choose others. And Niall is truthfully a brother to me. If anything happened, he'd be one of the first calls I would make. So those of you guys who get to work with him, you're so blessed. And I can say that about most of our leadership here. I know them well, especially our MSIs, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But I know them well, and they are truly blessed, loving individuals. And I just feel really lucky that we have them here. But I want to welcome you guys all. I don't get on these calls very much. I'm the behind the scenes girl for the most of it. But every once in a while, I like to step out and show y'all that there's a woman behind the scenes running this ship as well. And with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of different things that we're going to discuss today. One of them is dreaming. And dreaming bigger and knowing your path and walking it and not being afraid. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But the reason I'm talking about that right now is because you guys, with this industry that we're in, the sky's the limit. You get to decide what you want, and you get to make that happen, because your success is based on you. Rory and I are exactly like you. We have been where you have been, and we've done what you guys have done. We know we're boots on the ground, just like you guys. We know exactly what it's like to walk the walk and talk the talk. And because of that, it's a great opportunity, because we've been able to take out stumbling blocks for you guys, because we've had those stumbling blocks. So because of that, we've been able to take them out and get them out of your way. So it's really is as much as you want to work. Different opportunities, we have different anchor offers. If you're new here, then you don't know. But hold on, it's going to be the ride of your life. And like I said, there's so many things out there that you can work and make money, but this is based on you. This is based on your work and your effort and your desires and your belief in yourself. I think sometimes people don't realize that that's what holds you back, is your own belief in yourself. So we'll talk about that in a little bit later. But I also wanted to introduce our system to us, you guys. We're RRR247. And we have leadership, and we have a path towards leadership. And so for those of you who are new and do not know, we have ranking instructors here. You start as an instructor, and then you go up to a CSI, which is a certified system instructor, a GSI, which is a global system instructor. We have a PSI, which is a platinum system instructor, and then we have our MSI, who is our master system instructor. The MSIs are our leaders here, and we have a brand new position opening, which is our MSI Elite, which has yet to be filled. So we're new and we're excited to welcome some of you guys in. So I get to announce a couple of times a month, I get to announce those who have ranked up and have learned and grown and developed a team. And really what it means is those who have ranked up, they're helping others, right? They're paying forward mentality that we have, because they're following our core values, and they're helping others and moving forward. So with that being said, I have 3 new people that I want to introduce as the GSIs, the global system instructors. And when you get to the GSI level, you get to work directly with Rory and I, and we actually help you and train you. So with that being said, I have 3, like I said. So I have 2 of them I know well. One of them I'm looking forward to getting to know you. But under our MSI Deanna Young, we have Miss Angie Bond. So welcome, Angie, to the GSIs. We're so happy to have you. Under our MSI Stacy Southward, we have Rick Overstreet. So welcome, Rick. I'm excited to have you as well. And under one of our oldest MSIs here in the program, Shane Belcito, we have Chris Babb. And I know him well. I'm so excited to see you here, Chris. So welcome to the group. I'll be adding you guys to a chat with Rory and I, and you guys will be starting to be included. I will be having trainings starting next month with the GSIs, and so you guys will get to be a part of that. So anyway, I just wanted to welcome all of you guys. Excited to have you here, and excited to have you guys grow and be a part of everything here. Like I said, if you guys are new, just hold on to your hats, because it's going to be a great ride. We're excited to have you. Just don't give up on yourself. Make sure that you understand that this works if you do. All right. There's no golden punch button that says, ding, I'm a millionaire. You have to work it, right? Just like anything. So if you work it, you have the path, and you follow the system that we have laid out for you beautifully, then you guys can achieve your hopes and dreams. So I'm going to have my husband come on. Rory, you there?
Of course I'm here.
Hey.
Of course I'm here. I'm going to try to talk soft and not blow my voice out. What do you think?
I think that's a good try.
It's already half blown today. It's been a great, exciting day. Hey, welcome to the new GSIs, and we're seeing a lot more instructors in training getting their 10 PBS students under the belt, which gives them the launch into CSI, and then as they get towards 50, they're a GSI. Like we're seeing the involvement, right? And you'll hear me talk about consistency all the time. I've got a few things to go over before we go into our Dream Bigger. As you guys know, Tanya and I, we launched this for this part of the year, and then we had some things come up. We migrated, right? We're going to be traveling all over the place. And we also, last week, we had our affiliate summit that we went to, and we met with some amazing new programs that are looking to come into RRR. But also we met with some of our great partners, and we get to touch base. And I'm just going to go over the IBO program a little bit. You guys should all know what that is. If you don't know what the IBO program is, you need to ask your instructor immediately to walk you through it. Now, some of you might be brand new, and you've gone through session 1. We usually cover the IBO in session 2, after people have an understanding of where things are going. But our IBO program is a way to literally be part of a huge win-win solution in merchant processing, and being able to take in a lot of sales for products that we market in one of our bigger aspects. It's a large aspect, but it's explained very well, but it pays $750 a month. And for those that understand the IBO, I want to plant a seed. In DTCA, we are launching our education program this year and our protection program this year. But with the education program, we have aspects where we're going to get teachers paid very well. We get a brilliant plan for that. And we also have a way for, anybody to participate in bringing homeschool students into the program and families to be part of that program. And we're going to be covering a lot of that as we get ready to roll it out there. But I'm going to plant the seed of the following. We have a lot of teachers here. We have a lot of retired teachers here, and we all have a lot of contact with other teachers. Okay. Well, that IBO program, for those that qualify, pays out $750 a month for a minimum guarantee of 6 months. Okay. Now, the reason why I bring that up is as we're getting teachers involved in that program, if they qualify for the IBO, that means we can start giving them some income as they help us deploy that program out. I want to plant the seed because I see things this way constantly, but I'm trying to be more detail oriented this year. And that is something that was in my mind. And I was on with Jim because we have 130 slots right now that we can put people into in the IBO. That means we can pay out close to another like $100,000 more a month right now. And that's huge. And if we use that as the bridge that is meant to be to help people build up their program with us here, it's also great to help build up the teachers that are going to be part of what we're doing here and as they're learning, but they also have a way to get income coming in. Now, we've got a pretty remarkable plan for that. We're going to be rolling that out there. We're going to have talks with you guys as we get there, but I wanted to plant that seed. Now, for those that aren't teachers, it's still available to everybody that's here. We are still keeping it open through February 28th for friends and family. And I'm going to be very clear what that means is we have friends and family that want to take a look at what we're doing here. We're not going to commit them to doing anything. We want them to be committed to doing stuff, but because they're associated with you through the end of February, that's all they need to be. Get them with your instructor. We want them to see how this works, but we're not going to obligate them to do it. Now, if they get the IBO and get going, we want them to take their chances with us and try to learn, but it's just meant to be an opening. That's what we're doing for friends and family. Now, students that come in, we want you doing the anchors. Obviously, it's there to help support you. But if you're already in the program, you're doing the anchors, you can extend it to friends and family to help bring them in to be aware of what we're doing. All right, so I'm opening it up a little bit more. And we have the slots. Let's fill the slots and let's share that revenue with those that are going to help us build this and share this with everybody else. That extra money really helps because people pass that initial hurdle. We've seen it help people succeed that couldn't succeed before because, if you don't have time to build this and you've got to work a second or third job to make ends meet because you're behind, that alleviates a lot of that. And that's why we like that program so much. And it's wide open right now for 135 more slots to come in. Okay, let's move the dream bigger. Actually, first, Saturday, for those that are having issues with In-Persona or their Viva Watch or the Hilo, we're going to touch base on that every Saturday through the rest of February. We have a great support team. Go to your instructors, go to your MSIs. We've got great chats and things to support that. We've got a lot of new things to keep up on, so we're going to roll that out there. We've got the extension until the end of February. Read my lips. It will not be extended again. Come March 1st, we're going to be marching forward with the new standard that we're going to be marketing, and I can't wait because it's holding me back on a couple releases that I want to do. But I'm glad that we got the extension. We have a lot more people to take advantage of that Founders NFT, that level 3 NFT. And I know there's some people that were really happy because they have time to get stuff together, tax returns back. Perfect timing. But we're going to be onto the new part of that. We're going to be past the Founders NFT phase, and we're going to be launching customers and getting the devices out come March 1st. And we're going to be advertising that out like mad. I'm going to be doing a marathon march. So let me give you the dates, and I'll be putting the notices out to everybody. But hopefully you got pen and paper handy. And Saturdays are very important. There are training days. Okay. The first hour, we touch base on things we cover on Tuesday. And we also focus on things that we need to focus on that we couldn't on the Tuesday night. We only have an hour. So right now we're going to be focused on the In-Persona, the Vivo, the Hilo applications and everything else. And I'm going to be touching base on other things. That's going to happen every Saturday for the rest of February. There's new things coming out. We're going to announce those, but that's what we're going to do on Saturday. And then that next hour is the DTC hour. We're focused on wine, and we cover other things in that hour. And then Niall's leading the charge in our V marketing on that third hour. And if you're not doing V marketing, you're missing out on the explosion you get from recruiting. And we have an amazing process for it, and it's growing and growing and growing. And then we're going to take we're going to be doing that for an hour. We're going to push it maybe more towards 2 hours coming in March, like we do now. I'm going to be there to help, but we're going to go from 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So that's 1 Pacific, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. Okay. And we're going to go to basically midnight Eastern, or I might go longer in March. And I'm going to do 3 back-to-back-to-back marathons. Again, I'll be putting emails out about this. I'll put it in the updates. I discussed this with Tanya, and we're going to launch this. So March 4th, March 11th, and March 18th. 3 out of the 4 week Saturdays there in March. On the 4th, I'll tell you specifically what I'm going to be working on. These are all elements we should all be doing. Okay, and I'm going to put awesome, solid, focused time on this. So Saturday the 4th, I'm going to be working on PBS building. Okay, now we're going to be transforming some pages, adding some different things in there that are part of what we haven't done in trainings before, or at least I haven't done in trainings. Some of our MSIs have, but I'm going to be building pages specifically. A marathon of building content. Okay, and I'm going to be doing all sorts of things, including random things that I think are good in the world that try to go after keywords. I'm going to really focus on some of the nitty gritty details that makes a difference. That's Saturday the 4th. Saturday the 11th, I'm going to be doing ad creation and ad posting. A very needed element of what we're doing. And we have some people that have some beautiful PBSs that haven't been doing the ad postings and getting that out there. I'm going to be focused on that very heavily that entire marathon day. Minimum of 8 hours, solid. Going to get a lot of damage done. I think I'll make several $1,000s just in Google AdSense from that Saturday. March 18th, I'm going to be doing PBS marketing in other forms and directions. I'm going to dedicate 8 solid or more hours on how to market outside of link posting in creative ways that haven't been shown to you per se this entire time. I'm going to really dive in. So if you do them in order with me, you're going to be ready for that 3rd week. It's a buildup. And we're going to go hit some different things and make some different exposures happen. And we're going to do it on those Saturdays. So for those of you that are doing your V marketing during those times, I want you to keep, slam that out there. We'll get that going. These will be broadcast on our YouTube channel live as well. And that way they're recorded there. But, when you're live and involved in it, it's kind of great. And I'll be, spewing out training throughout the whole time. And I'll be having some fun like I do. Also, one more thing before we go into the Dream Biggers, babe. I'm going to start reading my book next Tuesday. So after this training next week, we'll take a small couple-minute break, and then I'm going to come on and read chapter 1 and talk about it in Marketing is Freedom. Many of you have been ordering your hard copy books. I've been seeing them fly out of the warehouse. We're going to take notes with those, okay? If you don't have the book yet, if you order it today, you'll have it plenty of time. It ships out in a couple days, right? It's super fast. So you want to go to marketingisfreedom.com, use the code or the coupon code of freedom and get $9.95 off that hard copy. Get it shipped out to you. Okay. I know there's some people that said they're going to print the ebook out. There's something magical about having that actual book in there, and you're going to put notes in there. We're going to be manifesting all the way through it. So I'm going to read a chapter. Some of them are short, and we're going to discuss that chapter. And then we'll do the next one the following week. So it's going to take pretty close to the rest of the year to go through this, and we're just going to put some dedicated time on it and just get the motion going. And I'm hoping that everybody can start, moving towards their goals and getting their pattern set to do more V marketing, do everything you can to grow your teams and to help your teams grow. All right. We got 5 Dream Bigger pages that we've isolated out to go through. I'm going to do something a little bit different. The last time I saw some things where they needed to be fixed. So here's what's going to happen. Some of these need to be fixed. There's like pictures that are on alignment. There's other issues that are there. instead of me going through those on this training, because I want to get through more of these, I'm going to send you a note after. I'm going to make some changes and I'm just going to dive in and help fix it. So that's what you get as a blessing on this, is I'm going to help fix some of the things and coordinate it. That being said, I'm very impressed with reading these. Tanya highlighted a couple. I highlighted some. We're going to go through 5.
Roy, why don't you explain what these are for the new people who are.
And actually, this is something that can constantly be added. So we have we call it Dream Bigger. This is a thing we wanted to launch for January for this year. And we want people to literally manifest in writing on a PBS page, them dreaming bigger. All right. And it lets us know, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. It just lets us know where you're at, and we can manifest with you and share it with everybody. And we're going to go through 5 of them, and we have some great students that are in here. We have several submissions. Now, if you haven't made a Dream Bigger page, make a Dream Bigger page. You've got nothing to lose. You're going to get some examples today. I'll tell you what we're looking for is, we want you to talk about dreaming bigger, and we want you to state out what your dream is, what your dream bigger is. And it can be material items. It can be travel. Maybe it's goal related. There's no right or wrong answer to it, but we want to dream bigger. And one of the biggest issues that we have in training everybody here is a thing called taste. That's what we call it, taste. And taste is what you're used to. That's your taste. And unfortunately, it's social pressured, it's environment pressured. We value ourselves at our worth, what we're able to make by the hour as an employee at a job. It's not a business mindset. It's an employee mindset, or other word, broken or broke mindset. And I call it broken because most people don't realize it's broken. But it's not giving yourself what you should have resource-wise. You're not giving access to what God wants you to have. You're giving access to what society has taught you can have, and you're being pressed down. There's no other way to put it. Those of us that have seen better, we know what it is. It's an ugly thing. And unfortunately, most of us live under that. So, for instance, if you've never made more than $3,500 in a month, your worth is $3,500 a month. That's what you believe, and that's what your decisions will make. In fact, unless you're realizing it and trying to overcome it, when you start making more than $3,500, you'll start self-sabotaging. So that's all you make. You'll not show up, or you'll do something, or it's unbelievable how true this is. Mm-hmm. The fact is money is it's available. It's called currency because it flows. It's available. You just got to find a way to be a service to receive the gift of currency for the service you provide or the value you provide. But if your taste is $3,500 and that's your hard taste and that's what you believe you're worth, you're not going to be able to go to $3,600 or $36,000 or $3,600,000 because you establish what your taste is, even if it's on a subconscious level. So the law of awareness depicts that now you're aware of it. Now we hopefully get past it. Well, dream bigger is the same thing. A lot of people, their dream is, hey, I just want my bills to be paid. Okay. Well, that's great. Now, after that, what are you going to do? What else are you going to strive for? We're constantly doing that. Once you get in a pattern of claiming a goal and then working backwards to achieving that goal, now you got to go for something else. There's always something else to go for. And if your goals are in line with God and His kingdom, it's going to line up even better, right? We've had goals, and Tanya and I literally knock out our goals. We knock out goals left and right. And right now we're trying to help millions of families to share in the rewards of what we've been able to have ourselves in this space of online marketing and in this world of performance blogging. That's our goal now. Now we want to help millions of families. So we're striving for that. But, we didn't start out there. We built up. Decades ago, I was just trying to make, get to where I would deserve over abundance, not just what I needed. So these are all things that you get to pick on and grow on. Pick something to focus on, and then it should be adapting. So that being said, should we go to the first one, babe?
Yes, sounds good.
Do you want to pull it up?
Are we sharing screen? Is that what?
Yes. I'll list it below.
Let me see. I have the first one, I think. Oh, whoops. Let me close it.
8Y6Q, right?
The first one is, yeah, 1Q20. Is that what you said? No.
8Y6Q.com.
Nope. The first one. Let me see. Did you pick one ahead
It's
of me?
not, it's line 11.
Oh, you did pick one before me. Okay, yes, that's correct then. Let
This is
me-
Corey Runkles. He was on when we pulled this up.
I am trying to pull it up. No,
So
sure.
Corey is here. She
Yes.
is here. Would you like me to ask her to unmute?
Oh, that would be great.
Okay. Corey, you should be able to unmute now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, Corey. Welcome.
Hi.
So we've been reading your page, it you cover a lot of things, and I recommend everybody go and read this. We're gonna kind of go through this. You're gonna share it, Tanya? You want me to?
I'm sharing it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I can't hear you.
I'm gonna summarize this. I really like where you're, and like I said, there's no right or wrong to this. By the way, your PBS is coming along great. I don't really have anything to fix on yours. So that's great. The thing I want to bring up here is Tanya and I have this, we love Disney World. We love Disney. We like to take the grandkids. And so anytime that someone shares a Disney World thing, I think everybody should go there every year too. We like to go there for weeks at a time. Even if we're not doing the amusement park, it's just a creative place to be. And when we go to Disney World and stay in the properties there, it's just everything's so properly groomed. Everybody's so happy, and the service is the way it should be usually. But I get really creative.
The property is amazing. That's what I like it for, because it's so beautifully done, and I don't know, it just allows you to think and grow. But
We
yeah.
had the same dream years ago, where we wanted to go to Disney all the time, and we just made it happen. And once we manifested it and we started going that direction, things lined up. We're going to be going to Disney. We'll probably be there 4 to 6 weeks this year. That's a regular thing for us now. But we used to start out, hey, it'd be nice to go there more often. And then Tanya and I committed. We got, we just manifested and make it work. So it was really good to see you have that on there. And then also you go down to your bigger goals where you don't have enough money coming in that we can just flip houses because you enjoy that. And that's just fantastic. We have a great vehicle here to do that. And so I read this and went, yeah, this is great. I like where this is. Corey, we're on board. And I, just as far as a manifestation, put a timeline together that you're gonna make some things happen. You're gonna achieve this, and then go backwards to make it happen. We know what it takes to go to vacation where you want a vacation. And I'll tell everybody pretty much, you want to set up like, this is what I need per month to come in on a regular basis so that I can do my dream. For you, Corey, I'm gonna just say, like, I don't know if you have a dollar figure. You want to be specific. You want to be really, really specific. And when you're being specific, you want to declare it out there. Like, I want to be able to start going to Disney World every year, starting this year. I need to bring in 20 grand a month so that I can cover my bills, be able to travel and expand. And not only can I do Disney World, but I can also start looking to buy and flip houses. This year, I want to hit 20 grand a month. Now, if that scares you, that's good. If that doesn't scare you, push it a little harder even. Because once you know what that is, now you're going to just back it up to how am I going to make that happen? What do I need to do with the vehicle we have to make that happen? And Tanya and I would just back this out and say, well, we know that if you do 2 to 3 PBSs a week, right? That's going to get you to 1,000 to 2,000 a week in just a matter of time. And you're going to need to press that forward. And if you want to really press it, start trying to get 5 to 6 a week. If you do 5 to 6 a week, you can get 2 to 3 grand a week coming in. And after you press that and duplicate your team out, that can start doubling. And that hits you. That's how you get to 20 grand a month. We've done it. That's what we needed to do. Okay. So that's what I look at on this. I can reason it out based on what we know, what we can do, following the vehicle you guys have here. And the thing you got to remember is you're not funding the marketing. You're just taking advantage of it. You receive it and go to work. And so what does it take you to get 2 to 3 a week and then 5 to 6 a week? And you can also get there faster if you're duplicating the team on your left and the team on your right. right? We focus on 2 team builds in everything we do. So Corey, does that make sense?
Yep.
So, and maybe you think, hey, I'm just going to be happy if I get 10 grand a month coming in. Maybe you're not ready for that taste adjustment. And then you need to kind of meditate, like, why not? Why not? Why don't you deserve that? Are you a good person? Are you doing good things with it? And once you get past the hurdle of you deserve it, and you start being, and then you want to be gratified in receiving it. All right, be grateful, gratitude. You want to wake up in the morning and say, I see it happening. You got to start believing it and seeing it happen and have the gratitude as if it's already yours. Because then when you go do the work, you've already felt it coming in. You've already put it out to God in the universe. This is what you want. You know you deserve it. You're doing the actions to receive it. And just open the door for it to come in. This is one of the things that's really hard for people to understand, that it's that simple. What I just explained, that's how it works. We all block it. I did until I knew better. It wasn't how I was raised. Gratitude, yeah, but not believing you deserve it and it's going to come in. That's the trick. And once you understand that and you apply it and it starts happening, then you just keep growing with it. Okay, we're going to be a broken record on this. We're going to try to say it a couple of different ways, but this is how this works. All right, you ready for the next one, babe?
I am. Let me go. And
this person's growing leaps and bounds. Guys, I personally, Tanya chose this one. This is Jesse. And Jesse, I'm gonna go over this. Like I like reading your stuff anyway. I don't think you hold punches back. You really do express well. It's awesome. So I love Italy, and I've been telling Tanya we got to go to Italy like now. Like I love Venice. I love Florence. I haven't really spent much time in Rome because I just never worked out. Tanya's roots come from Sicily, so we got to get out there at some point, right? Sicilian. But this is an amazing place to go, right? Italy, there's like, it's just awesome. Okay. Somewhere I got cheesy pictures of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and you can hold it, look like you're holding it. I have some of those cheesy pieces. I have a bunch of them somewhere from different years of me going. I've been there for like Ferrari tours and all sorts of stuff. I have great pictures, but I love Italy. I got to spend a lot of time there. Want to go back, so we'll put that out there. And you know what? We can do Villa Vita in Italy. We can ship wine to Italy. We can build everything else, and a lot of our projects are going to go there. So it's good to put it out there, but if you have a business reason to go, it gets even better. So that's my recommendation. But man, I love your goals in here. You want to go to the Colosseum is like super, super cool. And then Santorini, Greece on there. I'll put this out there. Tanya and I talk about this too as a goal. Like we share this. I have not been to Greece because their phone system sucked. And so it wasn't worth me to go out there to build it because back in that time. Now that's how long ago it was. I was traveling through Europe a lot. Definitely want to get out there. We look at the stuff that's there. I know Peter Antony is threatened. If we go without him, he's going to be very hurt. So I think we might have to like make it a party thing. Maybe it'll be an MSI elite trip. I can see that happening. Totally can see that happening. All right. But I love what you have on here. And then, I've broken this down and I carry this out and I manifest for Jesse all the time. I'm going to show you something if I haven't showed you guys this before.
I'm assuming this is Jesse Walsh you're talking about.
It's Jesse Walsh. I'm sorry.
Yep. It's all good. I've just asked her to unmute, even though she's hours away from me now.
Jesse, this speaks to me because your background is similar to mine. I was in finance for over 30 years and in the accounting area and all that. So it just really spoke to me. And also having that dream, you guys, the dream to be your own boss, to create your own freedom and to do your goals. This really spoke to me. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So Jesse, we've kind of mapped out what you need to do to get things cranking. You're in my book I carry every day. This is what your days should be looking like in your time in B marketing. I know you're on the dial pad. You guys can see this. Like that's her map of the day, Monday through Saturday. It's all spelled out day and night. Like I carry this and I look at it and that's what you got to be sticking to. And that's the way you just got to break it out. How am I going to get my goal? Break it down and then go reverse order. How do I get there? Right? Here's where I want to get. What do I need to get there? And it's the hardest part is getting your patterns to line up.
Yes.
Like the change makes sense and the work makes sense. And then you got to make the patterns happen to make that work available to happen with your life. And you're making adjustments, right? It wasn't like you sat around and said, hey, I got 5 hours a day. I don't know what the flip to do with it. No, you had stuff was filling the time. We fill our time. You got to make adjustments and sacrifices and move things around so that your priorities are where you want them to be based on what you should know you deserve to have. Right?
I love to dig deeper. Dig deeper. You're right, Jesse. Dig deeper. Find it. We quit on ourselves. That's truthfully what it is. It's because easy to work for somebody else who's telling you when you need to be there, when you need to show up, what you need to do. But it's hard to tell that to yourself and do it and expect that. And the biggest thing I can tell people right there is, would you hire you? Would you keep you, if you were doing a performance review for yourself, would you hire you? And that just teaches you how to dig deeper, how to strive for your goals. Because if you were saying to yourself the commitment that you're putting forth here, and you would hire yourself, then that's how you know you're doing it and you're digging deeper. I really appreciate that. Sorry for cutting you off, Rory.
Oh no, that's why we do this. Go back and forth. And your writing is getting better and better, Jesse. Like, I mean, you've been on the forefront because you've come to events, you come to live events. I've had time with you, so you're a focus, right? Because it's presence. You're coming along great. I read this and went, is this the same Jesse that started? Like, you've come a long way.
Thank you.
And you really, like, your organization and all your is there. The only critique I can give you is the picture size. We could probably play with it a little bit. That's the only critique. And that's a style thing that's kind of, but I love seeing what you have on there. We know your husband, he's amazing. And it's good to see you tying him in. Like, you guys are a fun couple, and it's good to see this. And then you've got all the other stuff that's there, but this is a brilliant page.
Thank you.
And don't change the pictures. They go fine right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Actually, in all honesty, I rewrote it because the first time you guys went through the Dream Bigger, and I was like, oh my gosh, mine is just like this big compared to everybody else's. And so I told Donna, I was like, I am rewriting mine. So this one, I'm telling you, we were out of town. We were in Austin, and I brought my laptop, and I was like, I put a couple of hours and really got emotional with this one. But then I was like, okay, still a dream. It's got to be important. It's got to be something that I'm actually putting forth instead of just doing an assignment like I thought I was supposed to do. Instead, I kind of actually pulled from life, and I was like, talk about this and try and be personable, but try and remain professional. People want to relate to you and all of that. So that I rewrote it.
That's okay. That's what we do this for. That's what we do.
Exactly. Now, this is awesome. Yeah. And I'll get back to you on your V marketing stuff later. All right, let's move on. So you're not off the hook on that. We'll talk. I know you're doing it, but we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. Okay. Yeah, we love you, Jesse. All right.
Thank you.
Next one.
I'll reach out to you for time for that. And then
let's see.
So we're gonna go to the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It is.
I think this is the right one.
Romanowski. Roman. Oh, I'm butchering your last name. Romazewski.
Is this the right? Am I on the right page?
Yep, that's the right one.
Okay.
Now, first of all,
he is with us and unmuted and on camera.
Fabulous. Now, did his Google AdSense pull up for you, babe?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Right on. Yep. Look, it's looky right there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm getting them now. Okay. So awesome that you have Google AdSense. Always makes us freaking happy. You got through that milestone. There is a spacing issue that's coming with some of the placement. I'm going to fix that.
Yeah. The top there.
There's no issues with how you're writing. And obviously the Google AdSense pictures are popping in the right places. Let's get more traffic. This is gonna be good. Your dream. Do you want to go into this one, babe? So I like your dream of the big house. Having had a big house, I'm going to tell you, for your wife's sake, make sure you're dreaming that you're bringing enough money in to hire some housekeepers.
Housekeeper. Because I've had the huge house, and y'all, let me tell you, have a housekeeper.
So you want to have time to enjoy it, not just clean it. So when you're setting your goals up for that, first of all, that's awesome. And if you've never lived in a there's something really I want to call it, it's just an American dream thing to have a big house. There's a lot of advantages to it. It depicts a different lifestyle, but just know that you need to strive for bigger things because there's a lot more that comes to it that you may not realize, and this is a good thing. So it's one of those things you want to put that in there, and that's actually a great thing to have, especially in like in a land perspective, and especially if you're going to do it for a while. I mean, real estate's a fun thing to go in, but man, that's a good one to have, and because that gives you a goal, and then you can say, hey, do you want to be able to pay cash for it? You want to be able to finance it and or pay cash? So break it down to what the income it is that you need, and then how we're going to get it, right? How are we going to get it?
Actually, Rory, I built that house.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Where's the
Is
picture?
that where- okay, so you go back.
Is it down? Did I miss the picture? Sorry, y'all.
No, I didn't put a picture in there, but
Yeah, that's
that was a
amazing.
dream of mine when I was 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I think at 23, I started building it.
That's amazing, Raymond. That's wow.
We should see a picture of that thing in here.
Yeah, you should have a picture in there, huh? Definitely.
Yeah, I'll try to get one in there.
Yeah. There's so many of us that our home is our safety, right? Our safe haven, our place to be. And so that's just I think it's a really great goal. I love it.
I grew up in a pretty small house for how many kids we had. And when I started getting into the wealth mindset and stuff, I wanted the bigger house, and I did it. I had a bigger house than anybody in my family. I kept growing to that. And I'm not kidding when you should make sure you have a housekeeper, because it just makes it easier. They come and take care of the stuff, keep it nice and dusted. And, we hired out, lawn care after the kids got a little older. I don't like doing your work, but that was part of a dream too, is I want to make sure there's enough money coming in to cover the things I didn't want to do, that I didn't enjoy doing, that didn't make the money, didn't make the goals happen for me, right? We only have 24 hours in the day. If I spend an hour in the yard work, I'm miserable for that hour. So it's not fun anyway. I don't like it, but I can make so much more money and help so many more people doing what I do versus mow the lawn. But if you like it and it brings joy to you, great. We need joy.
I like his final chapter here. It's my turn to dream bigger as an e-marketer. I love it. That he wants to, not only for himself, but for his children and grandchildren, to have financial freedom. So it's very specific. And I think it has a lot of passion behind it, which really helps you. So I really love that.
That we're talking about legacy, and I like you're being that is very nice.
Very specific, and I love it. And then you also share that you love what you're doing. And I just think that's great too. You get to meet people, you're helping them as well. And, I think it's done very well. So well done, Raymond.
And I'm going to figure out that spacing on the top so it doesn't mess up with your Google AdSense placements. But, as you're on the right path. Did we put, I'll put his out there.
Oh, I don't think we did put his in there.
Oh, thanks. Stacy's helping me with that too. Thank you, Stacy. I'll let you keep doing it so we can keep talking. All right, moving on. The next one is
share that.
Well, I'll let Stacy share it. You want to put up there, babe?
There we go.
And this is Gil Rosano.
Yeah.
And
I
on Duffy's
like the
Dazzling
wine
Find.
picture in the top up there. You're my kind of lady. Love that wine. Everybody knows I love that wine. Grace wishes. I love it. Here's that. I like how you've broken it down into how to dream and your personal dreams.
Yeah, I was thinking about redoing it too. I'm kind of like where Jesse Walsh was with, oh, I need to be a little more elaborate, but I may do it. I have so many other things to do. I don't need to be rewriting stuff. I need to write the things I already have.
Give yourself a break. You did. This is a great page, and yeah, you can always rewrite it and go back and change it when you feel like it. And I'll tell you, this is a new habit for people to actually state their dreams. This isn't easy to do, right? So I read this and it's well written, and I really like your beachfront property. We definitely like that. That's the hardest property for us to ever leave is beachfront. And you put a goal there, but you want to set it there, figure out the example of, figure out what you need to bring in to bring that in there. But you don't ever apologize for like where your dreams are, because you're going to change them and they're going to adapt.
Grow with
the thing about it is when you start achieving the goals, even the small ones, you get the pattern of setting a goal, reversing it back to how you get there, and then achieving it. And then you do it again and again. It becomes a habit. You're going to start dreaming bigger and bigger, because that's what you should be doing, because you can achieve it. Things that felt big and almost impossible are going to become so much more possible and easy. It'll be easy to do because you figured out the pattern and you figured out how to express and feel the gratitude and then receive it. And let it just open up and come your way. It's having that happen, and it'll become just an everyday thing. So to go back and change this, that's perfectly adaptable. We're all growing and developing, or we should be growing and developing, which means our dreams will change. So Gail, when you feel like it, go back to it. You know how it goes. I know how you are in your writing. You get that bug, you will fix it. You have other things you want to do, but essentially something will like pop up and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go do my dream. I'm gonna go back to my dream page and work on it right now because it's in my head. Do it then.
There's nothing wrong with this though. This is great. I mean, you have your personal dream, then you have a dream to help your children. I mean, it's just, and then you're helping others. So yeah,
I've already been thinking about the follow-up dream page. Guess what I achieved?
That's even perfect.
Dream number one.
Gratitude. Realize it. Like and start visualize how you're going to write it, and that could be your form of how to introduce the gratitude to come into your life. Right. That's great. By the way, this photo you have of the paper airplane with the airplane underneath it, I absolutely love that photo.
Yeah.
It speaks to me.
Yeah, really, it's a great page. So well done. Well done, Gail.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing. We have one more.
One more. We're going over, but we're going to do one more, babe.
Yep, one more really quickly here. Let me share screen.
Stacy can share it out there. This is Mary Forrestal's. Mary, we're seeing you on all sorts of lists doing stuff. I think you got a parent relationship as you set this page up. I'm going to look into this for you to try to fix it. It's not a bad thing though. Also, you got Google AdSense, so congratulations. And I love seeing that pop up. And for those of you that don't have Google AdSense, make sure you're just doing the thing at a time till you get that. That should be a goal to knock out, because once that money machine's in place, it's going to change how you do your work and when we're posting ads, because you're going to be deep down inside going, well, no matter what, I'm going to get some money from this. No matter what, I'm going to get some reward for this. No matter what, it changes things. And even if it's only the pennies and the quarters that start out, it changes your whole attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this page, and I'm going to go over your relationship on how you set some stuff up there. I loved seeing Google AdSense. I like that, you guys. It just rings because it's like, I know you did enough to get it there. That's the impact I wanted to have as a minimum. Like if everybody that comes into RRR got Google AdSense and that was all they did, that was a great difference for me. Now, if they're taking advantage of everything else, is even better. But this is something that is legacy that can be left. It's, that account will just keep running and running as long as everything's set up right. Okay. Mary, you write very well as well. Okay. I haven't seen your older stuff, so I don't know how much you've changed and growing, but this is written really well. You do a great job of using quotes and quoting other people's work to add borrowed credibility. I like your style. Roy T. Bennett's a great inspirational and motivation guy out there. I don't see his stuff a lot, so that was good to see. But I like how you use the quotes in that aspect a lot. You have it on the top and then on the bottom, and see, and you get a little personable in this.
Yeah, I like it.
Almost vulnerable, which is great. Also, very relatable. Unfortunately, many of us don't have, like, because I'm blessed that my spouse supports what I do. Of course, Tanya comes from an entrepreneurial, DNA as well. We know what it's like to build our own business and to strive in there. We know that the results aren't always what you expect them to be or want them to be, but they are what they are. And you got to figure things out, but they can be tremendous too. We both couldn't work for anybody else. There's no way. We know better. So we understand that, but what you have is very relatable. A lot of people, when they're trying to change their environment, they were already in another environment when they're trying to change, and especially if they're married. You're sharing the same environment, and if you're not both entrepreneurial, it's tough. And being married to somebody that wants to control their own destiny and someone that isn't, that's a change, right? It's almost like two religions.
Yep. And
to persevere and push for it, you just got to find something that drives you, that makes you overcome that. And spite's a really good motivator. Like, in spite of, I'm going to do it. I want this for me so bad. I'm going to show you and prove it to you. And it's the best way to sway somebody. We've watched this over decades where typically women, 82% of who we work with are women. They start making more money than they've ever made before, and they start making more money than their spouse. And usually that's where there's a tipping point where they're like, okay, now I want to support you because you're proving me wrong, and I'm okay with it because our family is going to be better. You're around for the kids. All that stuff starts forming. It's a better situation than not. It's when money problems aren't the problem, the other problems can be worked out so much easier. Money just amplifies it in the wrong way. And especially when people want to go back to what they know, what their environment is. But every time when I read yours, I went, oh my gosh, that's so vulnerable. And I loved it. And I know that's like not the easiest thing to share out there sometimes, but I really liked how you did this.
But it's real. You're not alone. And like I've said, most people here are in the same boat as you. I mean, this isn't my first rodeo, Rory and I. We're blessed to find each other, but so we understand what it's like to feel alone and to be working your dream. But guess what? You're not alone, because you have this big old family here that loves and wants to support you. So
I know Stacy's helped me a lot. So
that's amazing. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Stacy's
I like to poke at Stacy every now and then, because when I first met Stacy, she was energetic, but she didn't have that belief, right? She wanted the dream. She wanted to work for herself and be her own boss, but man, she was fighting what she knew, and she stuck with it. And I had to talk her off the ledge several times, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you got this. You just got to just believe in yourself and go forward. And now she's passing it forward to everybody else. Like, all that time and energy that we give to Stacy, she 10-folds it out, 100-folds it out. And that's why we like what we do so much, because you make a difference in somebody. But you know what? It's okay to be vulnerable where the issues are and where you're striving, because we can all relate. And it's great to help boost that. But think about when you do achieve your dreams and you start realizing all that, look at the ramifications and the ripple effect it'll have, like with your husband, because now he's going to start believing because he can see it. Remember, like,
yeah.
The broke mentality wants proof. Well, give him proof. We got to give him proof here.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to drive in, but because you've got Stacy to show you belief and drive, you can borrow her belief and drive it as yours happens, and then you can share it. That ripple effect is massive. That's how we change the world. One family at a time, whether that's the wife or the husband, and we reflect that goodness until it overcomes. When a light's too bright for everybody to see, they can't help but see it. Right? It's just a fun thing to do. You want to add anything, babe?
I just want her to know she's not alone. Like I said, this wasn't our first rodeo. So you just have to keep pushing yourself forward and believe that you can do it. And you're surrounded by people that will help you. And we're here to lift you up. So, we love all of you guys. We're so grateful you're here. So like we always say, it's what is it, Rory? It's not a suggestion.
It's a system, not a suggestion.
I always say it's a system, not a suggestion. So just follow it. If you want to achieve what we have, then do what we do. And we actually walk the walk, you guys. We walk the walk and talk the talk. We do exactly what we tell you to do every day, day in, day out. You see both of our schedules, they're booked. We worked all day long. We do exactly what we tell you guys to do. So this is real here, you guys. This is real, and we love you guys. We wish you guys the best. We're going to end this call, but I'm going to say tomorrow is our wine and dine. So be here, because I will be here with wine. And y'all know I'm funner with wine. So
Also, May 5th, 6th, and 7th will be in the McKinney, Dallas area. Make sure you let your instructors know if you can go. We're doing the head count. We need to know what that head count is by.
I don't remember.
Did I have a meeting? Is it this Friday or next Friday? I need to know by this Friday.
Uh-huh.
I have to look too. Hold on.
Looking.
We have a deadline on the room, so. By next Friday we need to know soon. So get on that list.
Yeah, it's next Friday. I think, right?
That's our big meeting for this part of the season, and we're not gonna have another big meeting until the fall. So, and we're gonna be doing massive BRT focus and training, and it's better in person. It just is.
Everything's
All right.
better in person, you guys. Everything's better in person. We don't have office time, so I always say make the events. They change your life. It's where I met Niall and events. It's where it's at. You meet and connect with people that become so close to you that you just, you can't picture life without them. So make sure you guys, at all possible, make every event you can. So anyway, God bless you guys. We will see you tomorrow on the Wine and Dine. We're wishing you guys a great night, and keep dreaming.